What's up, everybody? I've got some theories on YouTube and my relationship with YouTube. I'm just beginning this journey, so this is sort of marking a moment in time, and we'll see. One of the fundamental ideas is you got to start and learn and iterate. So that said, I'm primarily, if we're going to characterize things, philosopher, and I'm probably secondarily artist, and thirdly entrepreneur. And we're going to talk about that trinity later, maybe in another video. Entrepreneur is a type that has an energy of action and effectiveness. And I often talk about the artist dilemma, where I think a lot of us want our content and our creating our product to speak for itself. A lot of engineers, I think, suffer from the artist, what I call the artist dilemma as well. And then the philosopher, which I feel I mostly am, is I love thinking, I love speaking with people about topics and trying to figure things out. But it doesn't lead to a lot of actual creation, nor does it lead to a sort of entrepreneurial spirit of sales and marketing and effectiveness and that sort of action. That said, my personal motive for YouTube is selfish, as are all our motives. Primary motive is selfish. It is that when I ask myself, what is the life that I want to live? The real answer is, I would really like to live a pretty open-ended life where I get to be more fully expressed, free, and able to do whatever it is that I want. That means it'd be lovely to get rid of my 9-to-5 job, which not only takes up that time, but depletes me, and then I spend the rest of my time trying to make up for it by having social time and nature time and rest and relaxation time. Wouldn't it be awesome if I could live my most fully expressed life with increasing capacity for adventure and travel and exciting times with people? How would I enable that? Well, sharing that sort of content might work symbiotically. If I'm sharing that content on YouTube and I get to do that more often in my own life, this is one of the core theories of this channel. And the way we're going to start to go about this is put out content and see if anyone cares, and then start to theorize about what they care about, right? So we put out content, put out a variety of content, and get to live more in alignment with ourselves, the free sort of creative self. Scatter it out. Don't just do one thing over and over yet. We haven't learned anything. So try different things. And then over time, if you're consistent, rule number one, be consistent. Put out consistent content. But the topic should not be consistent yet because you don't really know much. This is my theory. This is our working theory in the beginning. Try all kinds of different things, whatever you're into, whatever you feel like. And then over time, you learn. We can see where there's a bump. Maybe you get more likes. Maybe you get more views. Maybe you get more subscribers. And then you can look and see, what is it about this time? A video that I released recently, that video that got the likes, that got a lot of comments, or a video that notably went viral. Is it the title? Is it the length? Is it the video editing work? Is it the people that were in the video, the personalities? Was it the topic of the video? And we get to start to theorize, and that's a bit of real information. And that brings me back to a much wider framework. I'm not going to get into my fundamental philosophy of life right now, but right at the top is reality. We got to get to reality. So embracing the entrepreneurial spirit, we want to go ahead and take action, start releasing content in pursuit of figuring out reality and what works. We put out that content and we learn, we iterate. We continue to allow our creative selves, but we don't get lost in the artist dilemma of, I'm going to turn out this particular content and I just hope people really like me. It's like, they don't. They like what they like. There might be some alignment. Sweet. That's a sweet spot. Let's find what works first. And then let's expand that overlap and let's find where are the things that I like to do. I like to do quite a few different things. I like to dance. I live out here in paradise. In the woods, I like to hike. There's quite a few things that I could enjoy doing. The list is somewhat endless. I don't know what you like. I don't know what you like watching me do. I don't know if you like watching me at all. I don't know if you like hearing me speak. Maybe you prefer to not hear me speak. I can put out videos of me speaking, not speaking, hiking, at the beach, doing nothing, sleeping, eating, talking about philosophy, talking about myself, talking about YouTube, talking about the world, talking about whatever topics are trending. The points are, to begin a YouTube channel, our theory is start turning out content. Don't be too specific, but do be regular. Point number 2, it's most important to have an entrepreneurial spirit in this endeavor. I can embrace the potential game of what works. That feels like a game. I can enjoy that. I'm not naturally primarily entrepreneurial based. I prefer to philosophize and think about what's real. But I am willing to turn out some channels every now and then. Oh, another note on myself. One of the biggest challenges I find with myself personally is I notice I'm still hung up on not wanting to have a poor image of me persistent. It's like, okay, if you think I'm stupid or look stupid, that's okay. But if say this doesn't pan out and I want a future job in some corporate setting, well, I don't want to have ruined that by putting out some content that reflects so poorly on me that I'm unhireable. And that limits the range, right? We know that there's quite a few people that have been famous, infamous, so to speak, and have been massively successful and are now rich and free in a lot of ways. Maybe not socially free, but that's another story. And remembering the ultimate goal, which can fuel me in this, is to really be able to live my fullest life, to be able to grow in my expression, to have not only the freedom and means to travel, the time to travel, but for it to be worked into my lifestyle where it's interesting for you also because I'm traveling, or it's interesting for you because I'm getting to have an experience that I'm wanting to experience, or it's interesting for you because I am expressing myself in a big, full way. Instead of tiptoeing through life and showing up to the rat race, I get to embody more of the things that maybe you get to vicariously live through, or the ideas stimulate you, or the things you get to see here are not things that you would get to see quite as often, and now you have it readily available. Go ahead, search the channel, enjoy. And I think it's obligatory to ask you to go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit the bell, I guess, for notifications, share this with all your friends, watch this a million times, sleep with it, dream about it, and yeah, until next time, thanks for listening.